Good morning, everybody. I'm going to just be really quick. This will probably be the quickest video I have ever made and will ever make. But I just wanted to come to you this morning and tell you real quick, one of the questions that I'm getting the most is where do I get all of my quotes and poems and things like that. I'm 75 years old, and I have collected poems and quotes and just things of that nature since I was about 10 years old. I bought my very first one when Daddy took us to the National Quartet Convention in Memphis. I bought it in a Stuckey's truck stop gift shop. And I don't know, it just did something. I mean, I just loved it, and I've been collecting them ever since. I literally, for decades, have driven around when I'd go to the store, or we'd just be out on the road together, or anything, even traveling on trips. I carried a little notebook with me, and if I would see a quote or whatever on a church sign anywhere, I would write that quote down, even if I had to pull over. If it was so long I had to pull over, or if it was so long I had to go around the block and see it again and pull over. I have just always done that. I've got quotes off the TV. They'll say something, and I'll say, pause that, got to get that, got to write that down, and I would write that down. I have a couple of notebooks or more of just quotes and things that I have collected for well over 60 years, 65 years at least. So, but most of the quotes that I use are common nowadays because quotes and poems and things are getting bigger all the time. So you can find most all of these quotes that I use by Googling. Just Google inspirational quotes or motivational quotes or warm and fuzzy quotes or family quotes, love quotes, anything. Whatever your subject is that you're wanting to find a quote for, type that in and Google it. And you just get so many options and ideas, and it's just great. There's also tons and tons, thousands on Pinterest. Surely most of you have Pinterest, so there's thousands on Pinterest. Just do the same thing. Type in inspirational quotes, whatever. Kim, our daughter, has put a thing on my computer where I can look at a quote because, I don't understand copyrights. I know it's supposed to be like 1923 or something. You can use anything older than that or whatever. I don't understand all that. So she has put a thing on my computer, and it was a disc, and gosh, it's been there for 15 years since I got the computer, and she set it up for us. But it's where I can look at a quote and find a font and do it almost just like that or like that. And I do use some on Pinterest. I'll just copy and paste and use them. Everybody does it, and I do the same thing. But most of these quotes are in a notebook that I have collected for over 60 years. So poems and things too. I just bought a scrapbook from Jeannie, I think it was, that does all the little sugar cookie tags and all that thing. She has the cutest stuff. But she had a scrapbook on her Etsy channel, and I've got 2 or 3 of them, but I've got 2 big ones now. The one I bought from her and another one that was big that I bought off of eBay years and years ago. And it's just very old, warm and fuzzy poems and things in it. And that's what the scrapbook is that I bought from her. They're both like that. And then I have a few other smaller ones. So quotes are everywhere. But what I wanted to tell you this morning, and we're up on 3 minutes, I just put this here for you to be looking at while I'm talking. So I'm going to lay that aside. That is the cover to the book that I'm working on. That's what's my book's going to look something like that. I may make some changes. But in our grandma group, I have a local friend, Linda King, and she is a published author. And her books are quote and poem books. So I'm going to put her link. Now, see, I've got tags in these books. So this is the 2 on top that I use the most. The New Ultimate Guide to the Perfect Word and The Ultimate Guide to the Perfect Word. Pleasant poetry, sensational sayings, quotes, words. Poetry, sayings, quotes, words. Volume 2, I don't know. This is her pen name. We do this so you can see. And she's on Amazon, but I talked to her yesterday, and she's going to run a deal on these books right now for the first of the year. And they are going to be $10 each plus shipping. So I'm going to put the link in the very first comment box under this video if you want any one of her books, I recommend one of these two. This is the ultimate guide to the perfect card, if you make cards and things like that. And this is the ultimate guide to celebrating kids. It's kids' quotes and expressions and things like that. So she just has wonderful books. If you can't afford all four of them, and she's got stock in all four of them, I suggest you get them all. But these are the two that I use the most. But mainly, I go by the two notebooks that I have. I just went through hers to see if she had sayings in her books that I don't have, because I literally have hundreds of my own, thousands. But I love her books. So that's it. Just wanted to come to you this morning with this little tidbit about her books. They are $10 a piece plus shipping. If you can only get one, I suggest one of these two on the front, the red one or the blue one. So that's it. I'm going to get off here and get busy. Got a lot to do today. We've got snow and black ice, and it's just a yucky day. It's going to be a good day to work inside on our books. Be back in a couple of days with something. You have any questions, post under the video. And we're all working on the cover of our books, and we'll be back Monday to do the inside page. So that's it. Hope you get a little kindness, spread a little kindness absolutely everywhere you go. Love and hugs.